Welcome back to my channel, everyone. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I customize this lace wig unit from start to finish, as far as plucking, bleaching, putting it on, all that good stuff. And not to mention, this is my first time doing this, so I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get started. So first off, I'm just going to be turning the wig inside out, just so it's a little bit easier for me to start bleaching the knots. Now I'm just going to be taking my BW2 bleaching powder and putting it in this bowl. And then for the developer, I'm going to be using the 30 developer instead of 40, just because I really wasn't paying attention when I got it. Now I'm going to be mixing it up and pouring a little bit more. Make sure that it's not runny, as if you were just bleaching hair. Like, you need to have it as like a thick paste like this. Okay, and as for bleaching the actual knots, it's pretty self-explanatory. Just put the bleach on, but make sure you're doing this with a light hand, just so the bleach doesn't like bleach the roots. Luckily mine did not bleach the roots, but some of my knots weren't bleached, which is fine because you guys will see the method that I'm doing. And I'm going to leave this on here for about 15 minutes. Now I'm going to be washing the lace, and this is inside out still, just so I can get all the bleach out. You're supposed to use a neutralizing shampoo, but girl, I didn't have one, so whatever. Then I'm going to be flipping it inside out, well, right side out, and then bleaching the actual wig, the scalp part, and then the shampoo will get throughout the hair. And then after that, I'm going to be conditioning it and then finger detangling. So for the actual plucking, I'm really not using any certain type of method, but a few things that I've seen on YouTube from a few YouTubers is to pluck a few hairs, then move on and pluck a few hairs, so you aren't doing it in a straight line, as you guys can see right now. And right now it's parted about an inch back, an inch and a half back. Then after I part that, not part, but pluck that one side, I'm going to go back on this side, as you guys can see, and just do the same thing. Pluck about 5 hairs, move down a little, back, then forward, then back, then forward. And I don't really know how to explain that with words, other than you guys seeing how I do it right now. Also, one more thing that I do want to say is this wig came, I'm not sure if it already came pre-plucked, but it was not boxy, it wasn't thick. But my real edges are not thin, but it's not, my hair in the front isn't super thick, so I wanted to make it as realistic to my hair as possible. But I was happy that this hair didn't come super thick and boxy, so I didn't really have to do too much to it. As you guys can see right now, I'm just moving to the top and doing it again. And honestly, I could have overplucked it, but as you guys could see in the beginning of the video, looked pretty good, so I don't think I did. But when you're plucking it, you might think that you are, just because the amount of hair that you pluck, it looks like a lot. So right now, the part that I already had, I'm parting that in half, just so I can really pluck in between and make sure I get all the parts that I want to get parted and plucked. Right now, I'm just going to be doing the same exact thing that I explained to you guys previously. Just pluck in a few spots, move down, just so you can have those ridges, those like indents. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Honestly, you guys just watch. Because I'm really not using any type of method besides that one. Like, I'm dead ass just like freehanding this plucking. So, it's my first time, and me personally, I don't have patience. Like, I don't. Like, I'm the most impatient person that you'll know. So if I sit there and try to use one or two methods, like, I'm just gonna get irritated and just like freehanded like I'm doing right now, because bitch, I'm impatient. So yeah. Okay, so right now we're moving on to the other side of the part. And as you guys can see, we're really close to the hairline, the edges, whatever you want to call it. And I want to make this as thin as possible. Obviously with enough hair for it to not look super weird or anything like that. But like I said, my hair in the front is not super, super thick, which I like. So I want to make that mimic my real hair. So now I'm going to be parting again one last time. Pretty sure one last time. And now I'm just going to be getting the hairs that I want for my edges. After I get all that situated, I'm going to be plucking again where like the part before your edges comes, like your hairline, whatever. I don't really know what to call it, but you guys see what I'm doing. And just plucking, plucking, plucking away. Very, very freestyle. Now before I start cutting these hairs to make them shorter for the edges, I'm going to be plucking to make sure they're super thin, not thick, because I hate when people have wigs and like the edges are just like hella thin. I mean, not thin, but super thick. Like, what the fuck? I just hate that. So I really just want this to mimic my real hair. With an eyebrow razor, I'm just going to be cutting the edges shorter so they don't have that blunt cut. They'll be more realistic because that is the look that I'm going for. Now, as you guys can see, again, I'm freehanding, which is probably the dumbest thing ever, especially when you're on your edges. So I suggest that you take some gel. You start off long and then keep going shorter to the desired length that you want. Take some gel, swoop them around to see if that's the length that you want. And if it's not, go shorter. But I'm freehanding. Obviously, it worked out for the better for me, so that's great. But like I said, I suggest you guys do it the safer way. So I took some gel just to try out these edges, even though when we get to the actual edges with me having the hair on, I redo the edges. And I fucking struggled doing it on the wig head. So probably never doing that again just because my ass was for real struggling. So I just wanted to show you guys the amount of hair I had after plucking. Okay, so with the got to be glued yellow bottle, I'm going to just be putting this on outside of the wig cap. And this is a method that I've seen from a lot of YouTubers, and I just want to say this works so good. I recommend everybody to try it. You're going to want to put the got to be glued on outside of it. Make sure it's for real down packed and dried all the way, not tacky, none of that. It needs to be fully dried. After it's dried, you're going to want to cut the excess stocking, wig cap, whatever. And like I said, make sure it's dried because I ended up having to use 2 of these. This is my second one. The first one I started recording and it started coming up because it wasn't dried all the way because I was being stupid. So this one is dried all the way. Worked out perfect. Make sure when you're putting a wig on, pin all your hair back because flyaways are probably the worst thing ever in life when you're putting a wig on, okay? Okay, so with the got to be glued, I'm going to be putting this down, and I believe I used about 2 layers as well as the freeze spray. I did not show that in the video. I don't know why, where the clip went, I don't know, but I'll put it in the description box down below. Now you're going to want to blow dry. Make sure this is tacky and blow dry on cool. Okay, so now put it on, duh. No, but yeah, put it on. Make sure it's secure. Secure the bag, secure the wig. And I'm just pressing this down with my fingers right now. Finally, found my rat tail comb. Press this down. This really helps making sure the wig is all the way down. Now to lay these edges down, hunty, I just want to say how sorry I am for these edge clips, okay? I don't know what was going on, why I wasn't paying attention to where I was recording, but the recording for the edges sucks. So I really didn't put all the clips in just because you guys would be pissed off actually watching it, because I was pissed off. So just watch me struggle for a little bit, okay? Now I'm just going to be putting my little do-rag on, about to go do my makeup, lay these edges down a little bit more. So that is the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, especially for my first time ever customizing a lace wig. I know you guys seen my synthetic wig video, but nothing compares to a lace wig, honey, okay? So all the information will be down in the description box below. I'll see you guys next time.